The common image of Santa Claus as a jolly old man in red robes was not created by the Coca-Cola Company as an advertising gimmick. The old Father Christmas had already evolved to his final form in American popular culture and advertising by the late 19th century, long before Coca-Cola used this image in the 1930s. Eskimo languages do have many more root words for snow than English does. However, it's a myth that Eskimos have a disproportionate number of words representing snow in their languages. What's the difference? Oh no. It is not actually illegal in the US to shout fire in a crowded theater. Although this is often given as an example of speech that is not protected by the First Amendment, it is not now, nor has it ever been the law of the land, Your Honor.
Sir, you've burned down a puppet theater.
Neither the mafia nor the criminal organizations regularly use or have used cement shoes to drown their victims. There are only 2 documented cases of this method being used in murders, one in 1964 and one in 2016, and even then in the former, the victim had concrete blocks tied to his legs rather than being enclosed in cement. Archaeological evidence shows that the laborers who built the pyramids of Egypt were not slaves but a combination of skilled workers and poor farmers working in the off-season. Participants were paid in high-quality food and tax exemption status. Napoleon Bonaparte was not especially short for a Frenchman of his time. He was the height of an average French male in 1800s. After his death in 1821, his height was recorded as 5 foot 7 inches. There are competing explanations for why he was nicknamed
Le Petit Corporal.
Sire. They call you short.
What can we do about it?
There is nothing we can do. The United States does not require police officers to identify themselves as police in undercover work, and cops are in fact able to lie. Wait a minute. Are you a cop? You got me. I'm gonna shoot you now. Also in the United States, a defendant may not have their case dismissed simply because they were not read their Miranda rights at the time of their arrest. You're being sentenced to a life in prison for... Wait. You didn't read me my rights. You got me. All right, you can go now. The Middle Ages were not a time of ignorance, barbarism, and superstition. The Church did not place religious authority over personal experience and rational activity, and the term Dark Ages is rejected by modern historians. There is basically no evidence that Vikings wore horns on their helmets. This would, to say the least, have been impractical in battle. While modern life expectancies are much higher than those in the Middle Ages and earlier, adults then didn't die very young. The babies and kids did. If you survived to 21 in medieval England, for example, you could expect to live to the age of 64. Well, that's still pretty low. Nowadays, we can expect to live at least till 80. Can you though, Bill? Can you? Alright, that's enough for today. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed.